forward and getting ready for Notre Dame, and I think we're going to have a great week.
As an old head, do you think there's work that needs to be done this week to combat a potential emotional letdown against Notre Dame after such a big win last week?
Yeah, I mean they've been rolling the past few weeks, Notre Dame, and so we can't come into this game thinking any different. They got an elite front seven on the defense, as good as anyone's we played. So we can't come out there thinking we've got it because we won last week's game. That's what can't happen. So we got to come out there and dominate.
Was there a point or an event that kind of crystallized for you that this kind of season really truly was attainable?
I know. I mean, in the middle of the year. I mean, before the season, we kind of all felt it. You felt the energy. It was different energy coming into the year than past. But I knew this team was going to be special after that Utah game. Just guys were in tears, and it was just a different mindset than most guys have had. I think in a lot of places, not just here past, but anywhere in the country. There's just a different mindset from the team, and it was cool to see that guys are willing to go the extra mile. They're crying about it. One loss. Some teams are grateful, just to lose. They want to think about it, one loss. They'd be like, all right, on to the next. But we were pretty upset, and it kind of built this fire in us, and that's just an awesome thing to see as a leader.
It's been, I think Monday is the 1 year anniversary of Lincoln being hired. Do you remember that day, when you first found out the news?
Yeah, it was a little jaw dropping, It was like, oh shoot, they got Coach Riley from Oklahoma. It was just, we started the game that week, so it's kind of what we were focused on, and then finishing up our year. But then it was also like, we got to work. Got to get ready for this new program.
What have you seen from Kyle Ford behind the scenes over the years, just having to wait and be so perseverant, waiting for his turn?
Yeah, me and Kyle have, talked a few times. Felt like I know he had some injuries and stuff, and I never really had that, but I kind of talked to him a little bit about my career and how I kind of had to persevere and push through, and then I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and him to do the same thing, and I don't know if it made an impact on him, but he has persevered. I think he did see the light at the end of the tunnel, and he's done a good job. When he gets the opportunity, he's made his plays, and it's just awesome to see.
When was that conversation, and did you sense that he needed to hear that?
I know I needed to hear it when I was younger. It's tough. It's tough, to sit, especially high recruit out of high school. I think that both of us were. It's just it can be tough to sit there and. Because you love the team, you want to help the team as much as you can, and sometimes you feel like you can't, but you actually are by you growing as a player day in and day out and just waiting your turn, and when the opportunity comes and you strike, that's how you help the team. And so it's just I got that talk, and I had to give that talk to some other dudes, it's a part of it, and you just really got to buy into the process.
Was it before this season, or?
It can happen to anyone at any time. I can't recall specifically.
Sure.
Could have been it might have been multiple times for multiple people. It's a constant thing. It's hard. Football is not. You can't. One day you have that one emotion and it goes away. Emotions stay around for a while. So it's getting in that mindset and being mentally tough to push past it.
Thank you.
When play doesn't go the way it's supposed to. He's elite enough to continue to play, and that's why I think he's such an elite player. It's hard to scheme that on defense. He's one of a kind.
What do you recall? So it's been a year since Lincoln arrived. What do you recall from that last year when you guys were practicing for Cal, but he was here watching, Dennis Simmons was here watching? What stands out from that memory?
Yeah, I mean, crazy. Felt so long, but went by pretty quick, I still remember that day, but it feels like ages ago, but also so much has changed. This team's been through a lot, though, we've kind of grown. I feel like that was the bottom a little bit,
yeah.
And from that moment we've grown to where we are now. Kind of is the start of the era. Coach Riley's tenure here, and it's just been it's awesome to be a part of this program. Part of the dudes here, this coaching staff, they've done a tremendous job with us, and I'm just so grateful for the experience I've had this last year.
What was kind of the chatter that week among guys? Like, you didn't know where it was going, you didn't know what was going to happen, but you knew who he was and everything.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're just like, it's kind of out of your control what happens. You got to play your best ball that week, and then there's rumors of guys leaving and getting cut, or we didn't know what was going to happen. So it was just like, we just got to go play ball and prepare for Coach Riley next year.
Was there a different edge in practice knowing that they were watching at Tuesday?
A little bit, yeah. But it also, it was a really rough season, so guys were a little bit over it all. I felt like on the field, just didn't want to practice that tough. But some guys did bring a different edge that week, and
When you look back at that week, that was between the two teams who weren't going to a bowl. You guys were playing on championship Saturday, and now you're in a position to where these final two games are so meaningful. Just what do you think about just how much has changed in the past year in that regard?
Yeah, it's I've never been in this position before, where not only just to play to be in a good bowl, college football playoff. So it's a unique experience for some of us old heads here. Probably not to Coach Riley and his staff, but for us, it's a unique experience, and they're just this is kind of the time that even me.